Journey to the West. This is a world-famous tale of a holy monk and his 3 disciples who traveled long and far to the Western paradise to obtain Buddhist scriptures during the Tang Dynasty. Xuanzang, better known as Tan Sang Zhang, or Tripitaka in the story, had the help of Monkey God and the 2 fallen deities, Pixie, man with pig's head, and Sandy, Sand Demon, who retained supernatural power. Given a chance to atone for their mistakes, these 3 disciples had to protect Tripitaka from all evil on the quest and rely on one another's strengths to offset their weaknesses. This teaches the value of teamwork and determination to reach one's goal. This epic novel by Wu Cheng-en is based on Xuanzang's real-life travel to India for the scriptures. Tripitaka's first disciple, Monkey God. The most colorful, memorable and clever character in the group, Monkey God is widely known as Sun Wukong. His name, Wukong, was given in hope that he would gain insight into Wu, or emptiness, which leads to wisdom and inner peace in spiritual teachings. Monkey God was armed with 72 powerful transformations simply by plucking and blowing one of his monkey hairs. And he could cover 54,000 kilometers with a single flip on the cloud. With these skills, he was perfect in leading the way and scouting for danger, as he is seen here. Monkey God was defiant and restless despite his brilliance, wreaking havoc in the heavenly kingdom. He was thus imprisoned under Buddha's mountain for 5 centuries when he waited for Tripitaka, who was destined to free him and become his master on the quest. Monkey God attained Buddhahood for his service and is greatly revered by Chinese and Japanese societies till today, as he is believed to grant wit and courage. Battling countless spirits and demons throughout the 14-year journey, Monkey God met one of his strongest opponents in the form of Scarlet Child, the only son of the Ox Demon and Princess Fan. This cruel and evil family caused the nearby villagers much fear and longed to live forever by eating Tripitaka's flesh. Riding on 2 fire wheels and through his mouth and nostrils, he could also raise a tornado to sweep victims into his cave of Fury Cloud. Scarlet Child trapped Tripitaka at Flame Mountain and tricked Pixie by impersonating the Goddess of Mercy. Monkey God rushed to his help and is seen here engaging in fierce battle with Scarlet Child, who was equally powerful. The Goddess of Mercy appeared and defeated the Scarlet Child upon knowing his evil deed and made him one of her attendants forever. Tripitaka's second disciple, Pixie, a human with a pig's head, thus called Pixie. His Buddhist name, Wu Neng, signifies his awakening to power and ability to achieve greater things. He started as a heavenly general like Sandy. Pixie was attracted by the Goddess of Moon's beauty and was punished to be reincarnated on Earth after an attempt to get close to her while drunk. Tripitaka called him Chu Pa Jie, Chu meaning pig and Pa Jie meaning 8 rules. A constant reminder of the 8 Buddhist rules, as Pixie was greedy, lazy and lustful. His 36 magical transformations proved useful during the journey, and he fought well in water battles alongside Sandy. Pixie was the most highly skilled after Monkey God and served as an encouragement to people as he reached a difficult goal despite his bad habits. After the successful quest, he was rewarded with the title Cleanser of the Altars, so he could help himself to all the leftover offerings. Tripitaka's third disciple, Sandy. Sandy is commonly known as Sha Seng, Sand Monk. He was a heavenly general punished to guard River Liu Sha as he was often drunk and distracted by mortal affairs. He became a fierce sand demon until he met the Goddess of Mercy, who wished to reform him and relieve his suffering by letting him protect Tripitaka on the quest. She named him Wu Jing, Wu meaning awareness and Jing symbolizing purity. Though Sandy's fighting skills were the least powerful, he was good in water battles, which made up for Monkey God's weakness of not being able to swim. He could also control sand. The most stable, logical, and polite of the 3 disciples, he was also the obedient and loyal one. In this scene, Sandy remained brave and firm despite being overpowered by the spider spirits. He said, "Kill me if you like. My eldest brother, Monkey God, will come soon and he will not spare any of you." Sandy became a Luohan, Arhat, after completing the quest. Based on a true story, Tang Dynasty Emperor Tang Taizong sent the devoted monk Xuanzang on a mission to obtain the precious Buddhist scriptures from the West, which is in present-day India. In the novel, Xuanzang had the magical white horse which was actually the third dragon prince of the sea. Like Tripitaka's three other disciples, he was punished and given a second chance as he had emerged from the seabeds and devoured the original white horse. Thus, the goddess of mercy transformed him into a horse to help transport Tripitaka and the scrolls on the long and difficult journey. In real life, Xuanzang studied the Buddhist scriptures for 18 years in India. He brought them back to China where Emperor Tang Taizong helped him to translate them into Chinese, which birthed greater Buddhist teachings. Xuanzang died at aged 86 and his ashes were kept in China's Xingjiao Pagoda. Marking one of the valuable lessons one can learn from this journey, this story tells of the trouble that lust can bring. Tripitaka and his disciples chanced upon a mansion in a cypress grove and asked the owner, a widower, for permission to rest for the night. She gladly agreed and even offered herself and her 3 beautiful daughters for marriage. Tripitaka and Sandy were strong in their Buddhist beliefs to abstain from women and politely declined, along with Monkey God, who was uninterested in such pleasures. Pixie, who had a soft spot for a woman, fell for their charms. He was blindfolded and tricked to try on one of their magical waistcoats, which turned into ropes that bound him tightly to a tree in the grove. The others woke up the next morning to look for Pixie and discovered that the mansion had disappeared. This scene tells of the Tripitaka's encounter with the 7 spider spirits and is the most dangerous and thrilling among the 100 chapters of the novel. The demon believed in eating Tripitaka's holy flesh would grant them immortality and plotted to trap him. When they heard that Tripitaka was nearing their spider den, the spider spirits turned into beautiful women to seduce him and his disciples with their bodies and charms. They trapped and bound Tripitaka when he begged for food and intended to cook and eat him the next day. Pixie was the first to rush to his rescue but fell prey to them due to lust and got himself into trouble. Luckily, Monkey God saved them all. This episode tells of resisting non-virtuous temptation by keeping strong faith and bearing the goal in mind.